For 250 years, the United States of America has served as a home for millions of soldiers. These soldiers have displayed their pride and bravery in their time of service throughout history. However, with millions of veterans leaves millions of stories untold. The oldest branch of the military has the most veterans with perspectives unshared. This branch, known as the Army, Mike Bechtold served in for 18 years. Mike Bechtold was born on June 1st, 1984, in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. He was raised by his parents, Tom and Wanda, next to his siblings, Amy, Ty, Robbie, and Tommy. During his youth, he had difficulty finding his passion. This meant he struggled to determine how he would spend the rest of his life. He jumped from dishwasher to landscaper and worked in a bakery and processing plant. After high school, he realized that he needed to decide upon something, so at 17, he enlisted in the Army. After sharing the news of joining the Army with his loved ones, he was met with a grateful family and friends. They were proud he had finally found his purpose. Mike said,
"I joined because I could not find any direction to get me where I thought I needed to be, and I needed something, and I just felt like that was the best decision for me at that point, and it was."
After enlisting into the Army, he went through basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. He started familiarizing with weapons, eventually becoming qualified, such as guns, tanks, radios, and trucks. During basic training, his favorite skill to learn was language training. He states,
"I learned another language. I got to be immersed in different countries, and I was an interpreter in Normandy, France for D-Day for World War II. That's my most favorite of anything I've done in the military."
After basic training, he was sent to Guanawar, Germany, in Bavaria for his first ever mission. One thing he could never get used to was the constant movement from country to country. He's been to Africa, to the Middle East, to Europe, and all around the United States. One of the most memorable places where he served was Normandy, France, for D-Day celebrations. While in Normandy, he was an interpreter. He enjoyed this because during basic, one of his best and favorite skills was language training. This allowed him to apply his best abilities and prove his talents.
He had several other important missions like Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and the Atlantic Resolve. During Operation Enduring Freedom, Mr. Bechtold was a team sergeant in West Africa. It was an event called Flintlock, which was a training exercise to get countries to come together and teach them how to defend themselves. During Operation Iraqi Freedom, however, he was augmented to a field artillery unit and made security patrols, combat patrols, and ensured everything was in place. Atlantic Resolve was a combined training exercise in Germany for Europe. Unlike the Atlantic Resolve, no one wanted Mr. Bechtold and his team there. While he was in convoys for missions, he spoke about how they were attacked daily, whether they were on foot, traveling by road, or at their own camps. The attacks occurred. They had chances of being attacked by things like small firearms, artillery, so they always had to be on guard. In Mr. Bechtold's free time, he would enjoy playing ping pong, basketball, dominoes, and cards in Iraq camps. But in Africa, they rarely had free time. If they did happen to have time, it was mostly spent cleaning guns, preparing themselves, or calling back to his kids. He was able to enjoy himself with the food, however. While traveling, he was able to eat a variety of meals like surf and turf, camel, and other foods flown in and cooked for them in Iraq. Food in Africa wasn't as good, though, since they lived in the city and had to eat what everyone else was eating there. After every mission and experience he had gone through, it was time for him to come home. He was in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and drove back to Lebanon, Pennsylvania. After Mr. Bechtold left the Army, he wanted to begin a normal life. He states,
Started a couple businesses, went back to school, started a little farm, tried to readjust, and here I am.
Today, looking back on his service, it has taught him all that he knows. It was his first found passion as it shaped him into who he is today. He learned a valuable life lesson like KISS. He claims,
"Keep it simple, stupid." A lot of things you learn in your life and a lot of things you do in your life are overthought and over dramatic. Keep it simple, Figure it out with the least amount of worry and effort. And if you can't control it, there's no reason to worry about it.
In conclusion, learning to understand the different perspectives of veterans can help future generations grow and learn from the past. Mike Bechtold shared his journey and his fears, but also how he overcame and handled the cards he was dealt. Mike Bechtold best portrayed bravery and growth throughout the entirety of his service. Through the difficulties, he's prospered, and it led him to gain the title of Sergeant First Class in the Army.